Hello. Good morning.
Happy Saturday. It's Saturday. Good, 9/11.
Happy Tuesday. I don't know why I said Saturday. I know good and well it's Tuesday because I'm on the way to the office. I just left the doctor's office. I had to go to my back doctor. Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you. That was like my theme song when I was about 12-ish, because I was in love with my endocrinologist when I was about 12-ish, okay? Because he looked like Tom Selleck, which, can we all agree that even at however old Tom Selleck is, 80-ish, he's still extremely handsome? I mean, the man doesn't age at all. Yeah, so I loved my doctor, and that was like my theme song at the time. Anyway, all went well there. I've just got to go have an MRI that I should have had done from the last appointment. I said, look, I've been all wrapped up in my thumb since the last appointment. And he looked at it and said, oh yeah, it looks good. Who did it? And I said, Dr. Jonas. And he said, oh, I know Glenn. Oh, do you? Know Glenn by name. Well, I know Dr. Jonas, okay? You know, all them orthopedic people stick together. But anyway, now I am on the way to the office and thought I would pop in for a quick moment and tell you how my brain operates, which is a very scary thing. I heard something about a tropical storm forming in the Caribbean. And then I thought about Lisa being on a cruise in the Caribbean. And then I thought about the cruise I took in the Caribbean. And that is how we got to here. My friend Trisha told me one time, she said, you can't just tell a story. You have to tell the backstory. And I said, well, you know, I feel like I owe you how I got here. Because if I just came on here and said, yeah, one time in the 90s when I was on a cruise, you might not understand. You might not understand what got me to thinking about this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So my sister calls me. It was around 1991. And she calls me and says, hey, we're going on a cruise. You want to go? Do I want to go? Of course I do. And she goes, well, I mean, you're going to have to pay your part. Oh, I see how it is. Oh, yeah. No, I still want to go. I mean, I don't have any money because I don't make any money. But hey, I got good credit. So I went to the bank and I took out a loan to go on a cruise, an 8-day cruise, and I paid it back. And that's how I got to go on a cruise. But my nephew was 9 at the time, which would have made me about 27 at the time. And just some of the funny things that happened on the cruise ship. Like, okay, so you know they say imitation is the purest form of flattery, or whatever that comment is. I don't know. Yeah, so I hear people and it makes me want to imitate them. I like imitating accents. And that's what I did, okay? Like when Trina and I went to Savannah, and she was not ready. But I walked up to the counter, and the lady behind the counter had a British accent. And I started talking back to her with a British accent. And Trina was absolutely floored. I'm not sure, but I think it may have been the first time we traveled together. And she just turned her head to me, and I was like, what? This is what I do, okay? I can't help it. It just comes out. And she was like, I didn't even know you could do that. I said, girl, stick around me, okay? Hang around with me and you're going to figure it out that I parrot people. It's not something that I do to make fun of people, and it's not something I do to be mean. It's just, I can't help it. I just start talking like people, which is probably why I change accents so much in my videos. I don't even know what my accent is anymore. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyway, we're on the cruise ship. Go back to the cruise ship. And, oh, God. I thought that was like a deceased fox or something. And I was about to be real sad, but it was a square of sod. It was that rolled up red dirt on the back. Yeah, I was about to be real sad for that red fox. But it was red dirt. You know, that good old Georgia clay. Anyway, so Justin and I on the cruise decided that we were going to pretend to be Scottish. Now, if you think my Scottish accent is bad now, oy vey. It was really, really, really bad then. Because I didn't have YouTube to help me learn how the Scottish actually speak. No clue. We were just talking with some sort of weird accent that we thought was Scottish. So these people get on the elevator with us, and of course we were at the top of the ship, like where the restaurants and stuff are, and of course our room is way at the bottom. We had a hole like that window, and you know, sometimes the water would come above the window. That's how low we were. Well, Justin and I both, like I said, we're trying to speak with a Scottish accent, and I said something like, "What flavour do you want?" And then they spoke, and they were Scottish. We lost it. They didn't know why we were laughing, and they probably didn't even consider that what I was trying to do was speak with a Scottish accent, because it was bad. But yeah, they were actually Scottish, and Justin and I absolutely lost it, and we're trying not to laugh, but that only made it worser and worser. So we ended up just hysterical by the time we got to our floor. Yeah. We had so much fun on that dadgum ship. And then we took our day trips. Every day we took a trip somewhere. Like, we went to Barbados, Antigua. Seems like there's another one. St. Martin and St. Thomas. There was 5 stops, and I can't remember that one island. It's not coming to me, but there were 5 stops, and then we went back to San Juan, Puerto Rico, to get off the ship and fly back home. And it was wonderful, except one night there was a storm. There was a storm a-brewing in the Caribbean, okay? Well, back then, it didn't bother me, okay? My brain was a little bigger, I would imagine, and more intact in the skull. And now my brain is probably shrunken some, and it kind of wobbles around in there, you know what I'm saying? I am probably making all of this up, but it just seems like, you know, nowadays I can't turn around too fast or I'll get dizzy. But back then I could go on a tilt-a-whirl. Well, not really, because I threw up all over my friend Kim on a tilt-a-whirl. But I could do a lot more back then than I can do now. That's all I'm saying. And the storm in the Caribbean, my sister had to wear those little patches under her ear, and she had to take to the bed that night. to take to the bed because she was so nauseous from the ship doing like this. Now let me tell you, if you've never been on a cruise, typically, you don't even know you're on the ocean. I mean, of course, until you look out the window or you walk outside. But when you're just standing, walking down the hall or something, it's just like being in a hotel until that night. And then that night, with the storm a brewing, I would try, it was like when I had vertigo. I was trying to walk straight, but I was going this way, and then I was going this way. It was like I was zigging and zagging, and we thought it was hilarious. We did. We laughed about it, and we were acting like we were drunk. And we, of course, he was 9. He wasn't drunk, and I wasn't drunk. I think the only things I had to drink on that ship, Pawpaw, his other Pawpaw, ordered a bottle of port wine for the table every evening, and I probably had that much wine, and that was the extent of my drinking. But yeah, we felt like we were very intoxicated. Well, this hasn't taken me long at all. I was looking online at the traffic because it's up. I have to get on the interstate, and it's up at Woodstock Town Lake. And it was talking about it was going to take me 25 minutes to get to my office because of wrecks and slow traffic on the interstate. I mean, I've been talking for 12 minutes, and I only have a few minutes to go to get there. So, hey, it's not bad at all, right? I'm going to get it. Give me that treat. You better give it to me. Uh-oh. Get it. Well, I guess that's going to be it for this video. I'm at work now, and I gotta work. Ugh. Why must we have to work for a living? Anyway, I hope y'all have a great day. Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon because people be crazy. And I will talk to you on the next Tracy Tries. Toodles, my noodles. Stay silly, my friends, and smile. Piss people off, make people happy, or just make them wonder what you've been up to. Goodbye.